Yeah, you can see like they were like jogging or like.
It's like having 10 Marcus Rashford on the field. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Futbol Kaki. I am your host Eldad and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good, brother. Another week of random EPL matches. It's like does it feel like they have been on break for quite a long time already?
Not really though. I think it's because they only do like half of the game, so we always feel like something's missing, right? But I tell you right, bro, no Man United stress are actually quite fun.
As in like even when they play also, we already know the results.
Yeah, bro. But I'm hoping things will change lah. Because considering there's a lot of things been going on, right? But bro, before we get into that, right, how's your week? How's your
Brother,
weekend?
I'm on reservist this week.
Your hair so long.
Yeah, hey, bro, NS man, bro. Still within the. As in like when I went to camp, I just blow dry my hair. So it's like backwards, you know. Bro, I had a friend, right? He went in today. He went in with a mullet.
Can man? Then what?
Bro,
They send him back?
Straight away NS trainer say, I give you chance. Later you book out, right? You go and cut.
Wait, the NS trainer is in the sir?
The incheck ME3. ME4 leg 2, sorry.
ME4 give him the instruction to go home.
No, he say give you chance lah. You NS man. So like I think probably now he cut his hair already. Tomorrow.
That's too, bro. I mean, but you got
mullet.
balls. If you wanna go in with a mullet.
No, it's fine if you're a civilian. But the moment you wear the uniform, you cannot.
Of course lah. I mean, everybody knows what. Like, remember the joke, right? Is that the only part that belongs to you when you're in the army is this part, the moustache. Yeah, Everything else you gotta like.
Cannot, bro. This also they don't let us keep.
Oh, they changed already.
Yeah, well, I think when you're in BMT, you cannot. You need to shave.
No, BMT different, but I'm talking about uni because you're uni already. Uni that time I remember can.
I think ours must shave.
No, I remember because a lot of my sirs all got moustache on.
Is it religion or they just keep?
They just keep, bro. Only this part.
The chin.
That's why they always say this is the only part that belongs to you. The rest of your body belongs to Singapore.
The chin also must shave.
The chin have to shave, bro. Facial is not allowed.
Unless religion lah. I think you care about image lah. You know, like make sure the soldiers represent themselves and like they have a like standardization across all units. You know.
Yeah, that's true, but just that the thing is that, but you know that also is actually quite smart if you're talking about camouflage because if you shave your beard off, right, people cannot recognize you.
That's true.
Because your face will look very different if you have facial hair compared to when you don't have. Okay lah, but bro, for us, I think right, overall, weekend was okay, but in football news, since got no Man United game, there has to be some sort of Man United news anyway, right?
That's how football like media stay relevant, ma. They just talk about
correct, ma. Alright, bro, because I think this one, right, is probably the biggest Man United news right in a while, is that Man United have appointed a new CEO after Richard Arnold. And he is Mr. Omar Barada, formerly...
Is he like with immediate effect or no? Not yet.
No, he's on a leave. I think likelihood the estimated is probably going to be either two ways. It's either once Ineos is officially finalized as the 25% owners, which probably you're estimating about February to March or summer.
Wait, has Richard Arnold left?
Yeah, he left already, bro. Patrick Stewart is now the interim.
So maybe this guy can just come in straight away lah.
Can, but just I think they want to. He's on what they call gardening leave, so that's temporary on hiatus. I think probably waiting until probably maybe the summer or later part of the season to come in also. Because he also technically has to like look at the club, and it's very hard to take over a club in the middle of the season.
I mean, but he can start working on the back end stuff, ma.
I mean, it's good because also he was the chief City's. Okay, so for everybody, right, this guy is basically Man City's chief of football operations, COFO lah. For the City Football Group, right? So basically, his job was in charge of overseeing all the football clubs that were under the City Football Group. So there are a total of 12 teams.
Clubs,
They're feeder clubs, including Man City. Right, yeah. So there are 12, right? So which are Man City, of course, New York FC, Melbourne City FC, Montevideo City Talk, Girona FC, Sichuan Jinyu, Mumbai City FC, Lommel SK, Esperance Sportive Troyes Alpes Champagne, which is a League One side, French League, Palermo, Bahia in Brazil, and Club Bolivia. So there's a total of 12 clubs in which Man City have some sort of shares or stake inside the City Football Group lah.
But isn't Girona the top of La Liga now? That Girona, is it?
That's Girona, bro. Yeah, Girona Liga. Then Palermo is Serie A. There are some clubs where they do have a stake stake in them. They don't own all of them, but they do have a stake in them. So if the fact that this guy is in charge of basically handling all the football operations for all these teams, I think coming in with Man United, right, it probably makes sense because...
Wait, so he's the new CEO?
CEO, bro. He's taking over Richard Arnold's job, which was basically Ewo's job.
Ooh.
So background, right? This guy was director of partnerships before he became CFO. Then he helped the sporting director with player recruitment and getting the signings done. He was the one that pushed Erling Haaland over the line.
Yeah, but...
And he was the one that got Laporte.
He's the CEO, but... Oh, so he will be the one that does negotiating the deals, all this lah.
He's the one that will probably have a hand in setting the club direction. And he will also have a hand in...
basically what Richard Arnold did for Man U.
Basically, it's exactly the same what Richard Arnold and
but this one he
will
got
have been
expertise lah.
Doing right. And the thing is that he got expertise, right? Then the thing is that for the past few years, right, they've always focused on marketing and business, right? He's the one that did the business. He was in charge of partnerships and marketing. For Man City, right? And he was doing that at Barcelona. So it means that he really knows the business side of football, right? But he understands football. So if you got a CEO that does that, right, which is basically in the mold of more like Peter Kenyon and David Gill, right, rather than the Richard Arnold and Woodward, right, they can only do marketing. I think it is better in the long term. But the problem is that you don't know who's going to be below.
Like the sporting director, right?
Correct. But I will say this, right, bro. This was a recommendation by Ineos Group and it was approved by the Glazers. So it means that it is basically Jim Ratcliffe's footprint. His handprint is all over this thing.
Like his first action as a 25% owner, is it?
Yes. Who is basically in charge of football. Yeah. He's only 25% owner, but he's in charge of football. They are in charge of the football operation. Right? So the fact that they're one of the few things is just get a CEO in place that knows football. I mean, it's not a bad decision, but what do you think?
You can't do worse than what we've been doing. Okay, I don't want to jinx it. I was going to say you can't possibly do worse than what Ewood did.
Yeah, that is true.
And Richard Arnold also, I feel that, yes, he got some players, but I think that he got the players that the manager wanted rather than what was good for the club.
Correct. And I think what this sets is that basically they're going to do what's good for the club rather than what is...
the manager wants.
What the manager wants. Because if you've seen the thing, right, bro...
as in like the player, the whole situation where the manager buys the player, we got it wrong for like, I think 4 or 5 managers.
Correct, bro. And you know who's the other player, the recent player that is linked to us other than Olise?
Not Benzema, right?
No. Brian Bobby. Who handed Brian Bobby his debut at Ajax? Eric Ten Hag.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Brian Brobbery, is it? Or Brobby?
Brobby, I think. I can't think. But bro, I don't want to get another Ajax player that is...
Bro, if he gets this right, then... And Ineos allows you, you must just put Eric Ten Hag back in Ajax now.
Correct. That's why there's no difference basically between us and Ajax, right? And the thing is that as much as we've gotten certain players, right, every single signing that Ten Hag has signed has underperformed like mad. Except Lisandro. But Lisandro got injured.
When will this be put to a stop? Why must he only buy players that he either managed before or is at Ajax?
Which is why I think that having this type of footballing CEO, right? Because I think the problem is that, to me I feel it this way. I think you agree, right? Is that if you're in a footballing world, right, it's very different from like, let's say like corporate world or anything like that. Because I find that footballing world, right, if you're the manager of the club, right, you're expected to be the guy with the most amount of knowledge for football, right? For the team, the team what you want, right? I got this question. If the CEO is telling you what players to buy, right, and then he doesn't know crap about football, then of course the manager has all the say, right? So basically, there's no filter. Richard Arnold just basically was doing Ten Hag's bidding to get the players that he wanted.
It's just running the business, right? Making sure that the deal is like proper and all that.
Versus now, what they have a CEO.
There's like he can bring out a name, but they have to filter, right?
Correct. He bring out a CEO. Then now the thing is that Ineos are going to be on the board seat. So Ineos have board seats also. So they're all going to filter that. So it means that instead of last time it was just people on the seat that don't know about football, and now it's basically the Ineos group plus the Glazers on the board, plus him as the CEO on the board. So it's all the people that are trying to filter and make sure that they're going in the right direction.
Yeah, but you see, with these additional like step processes, right? Don't you think that it will take longer?
I mean, it will take longer, but the thing is that it may take longer. But my whole view is that, with him in charge and with Jim Ratcliffe in charge of football operations, remember the Glazers already hands off already. It should be going.
They still must sign off the transfer, right, or something.
They must. I don't really know whether that's going to happen. But the thing is that, to me, when I understand is that you're handling football operations totally over the thing, means that Ineos is in charge.
Yeah, because the money comes from Man U, ma.
The money comes from the Glazers, lah. So the Glazers have to sign off on the transfer.
Or unless like before the start of the season, when the Glazers like allocate a budget for, let's say, 150 million for football operations.
Which I think is likelihood. Which I think likelihood has happened.
So like, what you do, the 150 million, you're accountable, that kind.
Yeah,
Don't
I
come
think
looking
that's
for me,
likely
that
what
kind, you know. Yeah,
that's likely what happened because the Glazers, what United People TV has said, the Glazers are very good at when things
like
get tough, they go
xiaming,
and hide. They go and hide.
Xiam.
Go and xiam and go and hide. But I mean, this is a good thing. I think probably we will do something more than that once Ineos everything is finalized. Once Jim Ratcliffe officially finalized it's the 25%, right? Then what's his role, what he can do, what he's going to hands on. I think that's more at stake, right? But as Man United fans, we have thrown caution to the wind a lot of times already.
Yeah, the trick is just don't buy.
Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited. Don't buy into any hype or hope at the moment until I see results, lah.
Correct, but I mean, but for this one, right? I think this one is.
I mean, this is just a new beginning, right?
Is because it's the first time it is an operations move, not an on-field move.
Or coaching move, right?
Or coaching move. This is like proper operations, which I am a bit happier with, and considering that Ineos really play a part already. Because this one, bro, if you notice the announcement, right? Usually we always have this like major announcements coming or something like that one, right? This one just 1, 2, 3. Romano announced out. I don't know, and then suddenly the press release come out.
Straight away hire him.
Straight away hire. No nonsense, so nothing. Just come out, say already. Was it?
They poached him.
He resigned. They poached him.
Probably before that, he will have to have some kind of agreement with Man U before he resigned, right?
Correct lah. So it means that basically they poached him lah.
Sekali he interviewed for the job.
But I mean, the thing. But also just want to point out, right, because Man City are pending the 115 charges, right? They are understanding that basically he's not involved because it's not the sponsorships and player salary that he was involved in. When this starting happens.
But I read somewhere, right, bro, because Glazers still own 75%, right?
Yeah.
You know, if they choose to sell the 75% to like the Sheikh Jassim or something like that, right? They have the right to kick. I saw they have the right to kick the Ineos out.
I think it's a business thing because I don't think they want to have any type of like runaway that somebody can just interject and come in. So
yeah,
it's not a business call because this one you're talking billions of dollars. Eh?
Yeah,
so
I mean, if the Glazers do sell the 75%, you know, for like, I think about 5 billion maybe.
Yeah lah, but
4
I mean, we also don't know. That's just only one portion of the contract. Also, you also don't know the in-depth of the contract because that one is, bro. You saying that is the easiest thing to stir up in the media. It's the
anything
easiest.
about Man U, yeah.
Anything about Man U, right? Just to stop controversy, right? It's just the easiest, right? Then suddenly all the Man U fans all start doubting everything. But as a Man U fan, both of us have resigned to the fact that lower your expectations. Don't get carried away.
And just chill, yeah.
And just chill. Don't care already. This club has a lot more things to sort out. The whole thing, and I'm glad it's just going into some sort of direction. All right, bro. You ready for the main portion of the show?
Let's go, brother.
All right. So now in today's episode of the Futbol Kaki, we are going to talk about two games that happened over the weekend, which is of course Arsenal versus Crystal Palace at the Emirates, where Arsenal beat Palace 5-0, and a certain manager's job is on the line now. And then, of course, we have the other game, which, of course, was Bournemouth versus Liverpool, where Liverpool beat Bournemouth 4-0 at the Vitality Stadium. After that, of course, after we run through these games, we're going to have our match of the week, which, of course, is Liverpool versus Chelsea, and then followed by our match prediction. So, bro, you ready to get into this?
Let's go, sir.
All right. So now, the first game we're going to talk about is, of course, Arsenal beating Crystal Palace 5-0 at the Emirates, whereby there were 2 goals from Gabriel, 2 goals from Martinelli, and 1 goal from Trossard. Bro, Arsenal dominated this game, right? But I got one thing to say, lah. Crystal Palace look horrible. They look bad.
I thought it was 1 goal Gabriel, 1 own goal by Dean Henderson.
I mean, I would say that it's more. I mean, if it's sort of thing, I would say it's more towards a goal for Gabriel, lah. But if they deemed it as an own goal, then what am I to say? Like, it went off the back of Henderson's head, lah.
Yeah, usually if back of the keeper's head, it's always own goal, lah.
Most of the time, lah. But I mean, this one,
but like you said, I think Palace they didn't look good, lah, bro.
Oh, bro, they look horrible, lah. Like, let's talk about the goals, right? Like, okay, I mean, let's talk about the goals, right? The first goal, bro, it's just bad defending. Like the corner, the corner wasn't good.
You're not man marking. You're not. How can you let the free man run?
Correct. The corner wasn't good. It's one thing. It was into a very cluttered area, right? Gabriel just jumped. Palace defenders didn't even try. It was like, oh, I'm just gonna jump. Then I'm just gonna get my head onto this, right? Then go easy, really. Right? I mean, like any set piece, if your opponent's defenders not even trying to jump, right, or not even trying, right, easy already, yeah.
Yeah, that's why, bro. And then the same thing for the second goal lah. Like he had too much space again. Then the cross was a bit further into far post.
Yep.
And then he sort of like headed it, cross goal, but then it deflected off Dean Henderson's head.
Correct. The worst part about that, right, is that the corner was a lot worse than the first one.
Yeah, it was like in the air too long, you know. So by right, the more than enough time for the defenders to anticipate it.
Yeah, and do you see where Gabriel was when the corner was taken?
Yeah, it was like almost at the edge of the box, right? Or something.
He was at the penalty spot, yeah. He had the penalty spot there. Right? Then the Palace defender marked him all the way to the near post. He went to the far post. He was at the penalty box. He ran all the way to the far post. They get a header. Bro, I mean, defending. That is horrendous.
I feel that you should be able to defend set pieces quite well as an EPL team, you know.
Yeah, I think it's like for you, it's like just base requirement, right?
Yeah, I think so lah. Especially like if your team is physical.
I don't know, man. Like it just didn't make sense, right? Then of course, I think they were quite quiet all the way until probably the second half. I think about the turn of the hour, then Trossard scores another goal. It was just a counter attack.
The Jesus pass, nice, yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, but then Trossard had the clear of mind to just do counter attack, just cover the counter attack. So
he cut in and he shoot. Yeah,
it was standard Arsenal. I think Palace at that point they were trying to just get themselves back into the game. That's why you can see the whole line all commit. The line was like quite high.
By that time, if you concede, then that's it.
That's it already. So it was quiet for about 30 minutes, right? Then after that, Martinelli scores 2 goals in the 94th and 95th. But bro, I got something to say about those 2 Martinelli goals.
Yeah, say
Palace didn't care at all.
Yeah, you can see like they were like jogging or like
it's like having 10 Marcus Rashford on the field. I'm not joking, right? But because like legit, right? You saw right as he passed the ball, the midfielder lost it. As he just like, whatever lah. Then suddenly, right, you see them pass the ball. Arsenal run up, everybody's like just jogging back. They're just not even trying it. Like nobody even bothered to try to close down.
Ridiculous, bro. Plus Martinelli is damn fast. They didn't even bother try and catch him. Right?
Correct. It was like they passed the ball, right? Then it's like, oh, the ball moved, and they said, oh, time for me to defend. Then they just shut back. And they just move back. It's super slow. It's like everything is slow motion. It's like, you play the game in like amateur mode and the defender just lag.
Yeah. Like you can just suddenly zoom past without much difficulty.
Correct. Then Martinelli, he scored, okay, fair lah. He finally got goals. I won't consider it like actual goals because you're playing against a defense that just didn't bother. It's a free goal lah.
3-0 was more of a like the actual score, right? The last 2 is like they just give up. It's like, you play futsal.
Yeah.
Like 3v3 that kind.
Yeah.
Then the moment you lose the ball, right, then the other team counter that you just give up. Because it's damn tiring to run up and down, right? You know that in futsal. It's like sometimes we all chiong attack, then suddenly the other team counter attack, then it's like, never mind.
Right. It's like you went from 5v5, right? Then suddenly you become 3v3, then you're like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here and wait for my time. Goalkeeper, you can handle it. The other thing about it is that, bro, it's like they really just don't.
Yeah, but I do think that like even the Crystal Palace fans, they were booing Roy Hodgson, right? Do you see the sign that they put? They put the giant sign. Our club is going backwards.
Roy Hodgson was never a good manager, right?
I mean, no, you cannot like discount the fact that he's been manager for he's been an EPL manager for so long, you know.
Correct.
Then he managed England also, but then I think his time is up lah. Everybody has been saying it, so they shouldn't have sacked Vieira, I feel.
No, they should have kept Vieira. It was a knee-jerk reaction to me, honestly. Like I was like, okay, you said Vieira, then you put in Roy Hodgson. I was like, why do you go back to him?
It's like to them, it's like, oh, I know Roy Hodgson can let us stay in the EPL.
Which it did happen.
Which I feel right now in this era of Premier League, right, they shouldn't just fight to stay in the league. They should have like higher ambition, especially with players like Eze and Olise in your team. You should try to break the top 10, you know, or like fight at least because there's a conference league, right? Yeah. The last European spot. At least set that as a realistic goal for your club and then fight for it.
Because at the end of the day, right, it's additional revenue for you also.
Yeah, and the fact that you are fighting for it, like gives your fans more hope rather than just trying to survive in the league. There is like, you know, you have been here for like I think 10 years. I think. Yeah. They haven't been relegated since yet. Yeah.
I don't disagree. I think it's just ridiculous to me, right? That the fact that the team just didn't bother. Like towards the end already. And you can say like, oh, Martinelli is back in form, right? The one thing I couldn't stand, right, was the commentator saying right, us like this is what top teams do, this thing. I'm like, bro, Palace was just bad lah.
Nothing to do with Arsenal being good.
Nothing to do with Arsenal being good. It was just Palace just didn't bother.
You know what's the funny thing?
What?
They look a different team when they beat us at Old Trafford. Right. I don't get it, man.
Neither do I do. Like, this doesn't bode well for them. It just looks horrible, right? And it doesn't look good on Palace, because for a fan, right? Like, why would I want to watch my team when my team doesn't even try, or they don't even bother to try?
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the case, right? I think it's because they, I mean, like you can say lah, maybe they don't want to play for this manager. That's why they want like change, you know.
But this one was too obvious, bro, to me lah.
Yeah, then maybe at 3-0 down, you shouldn't have like tried to score, you know. You should just like damage, like keep it at 3-0.
Yeah, and it's not like Crystal Palace cannot counter.
Yeah, but yeah, like, I think at 3-0 they should have stopped. They should have devoted all efforts to stop conceding, you know.
Correct. But now where they are, right? They're 15, right? Above Nottingham Forest and Everton, right? Which, by the way, right, Nottingham Forest and Everton are still pending their charges.
Charges,
and their points.
Hey, what if Everton gets a second charge?
Bro, it's likely who's gonna happen one.
No, yeah, if they're gonna get second charge, then their points deduction must be more than the first one, right? Because it's like it's like a recurring, it's like your second infringement of the season.
Correct, bro. It's like, you must remember, right? They got 17 points now after the technical thing. Doing that thing is like, what, go back to 0.
Minus another 10.
Okay, I mean, like, it's fair lah, because technically, right, if they go back to 0, right, Sheffield United only got 10 points.
You can get that in 3-4 games.
You can get it in 3-4 games. And Nottingham Forest also going to face charges lah. I think the big one everybody want to know is what's going to happen to Man City with 115. But yeah, bro, I mean, at the end of the day, right, the 5-0 it didn't look like 5-0 to you, right?
It was more of 3-0. I felt, because I was watching the game. Then I was like, okay, 3-0. Then I thought Palace going to chill, you know, keep it at 3-0. Then suddenly I went to get like to wash dishes or something, right? Then I can hear the background like, oh, they scored Martinelli 2 times.
Then when you went back to see the goal, right, you'll be like,
huh? Yeah, yeah. Like, why so easy, you know?
Bro, it was 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Yeah, lah, but then again, it's Arsenal, you know, you cannot, what do I say? It's like they had a point to prove after losing, 3 games in a row. Yeah,
that's true. But, I mean, your point to prove was not really technically proven to me. You just play a bad team.
Hey, but this bad team beat many teams.
Bro, we are a bad team also. Yep. So, I mean, if you're looking at this type of scenario, right, technically, the teams that they lost to were like better than what they beat Palace 5-0.
Yeah, actually, they lost to Fulham, West Ham, and Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Newcastle.
But oh, bro, what to do? So Arsenal carry on. They march on despite the thing that they're currently in third, tied on points with Man City, but Man City do have a game in hand. Liverpool are currently top with 48 points, which brings us to our next game. They cemented their 5-point gap at the top with a 4-0 victory against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Now, of course, Liverpool don't have Mo Salah, who is away at AFCON, but he is back in England because he got injured.
So no Salah or Mo Salah?
No Mo Salah.
No Salah.
No Salah. So yes, they have no Salah at currently at the moment, right? But bro, I think like even though the scoreline is 4-0, right? This game was closer than the Arsenal and Crystal Palace one.
Yeah, I want to say something because the second goal, right?
Yes.
How is that not a handball? Okay, you don't say like, oh, the ball touched the hand or this, right? But I've seen so many times when players fell and then they like stop the ball with the hand, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they try to like cap it, or like they fell, then the ball touched the hand, then the referee will call free kick. How come that Nunes handball don't count?
No, bro, I think I understand why. I also thought initially why it wasn't a handball, right? But actually, if you see it, right, he used his hands to suppress, right? Then to suppress himself on the floor, right? The ball bounced to his arm. It just so happened that Gakpo was right there. Yeah, but
I mean, I brought back. That's why I said my first point. I've seen so many times when players fall over, then the ball stops there, right? And then it's like an immediate free kick, you know.
But I mean, that's why it was my first question. But after I looked at it, I was like, okay, I can see why they didn't give it. But
I can see why also lah. Like I can understand why they don't give.
Because it's not clear handball. Because if let's say it was the same thing as going back to the handball rules, if it was just the ball touch hand already, then it's a handball. Then of course it's not handball lah. But then now they're going into it, right? It's intentionally handle the ball already, right? Then it becomes a question mark already. Because by right, refereeing decision, especially in VAR, right? If you're not 100% certain,
don't give it.
So that one, it was more or less like okay, I think. But I mean, the finish was nice though. The Jota one, right? But back to this, right? Yeah, back to this, right? Bro, if you talk about the first half, I think Bournemouth had their chances. They had opportunities to score. Like the first half, Sinisterra, Clivert were actually creating problems.
Yeah, because they were playing Joe Gomez at right back.
Bradley.
Yeah, then the centre back is Gomez. Why was Gomez playing?
Joe Gomez was playing left back. I do feel like there was one play where like in the first half, Sinistero got the ball on the right wing. Then you see two defenders trying to like cover him, right? Then he gets the ball to Cliver. Like Cliver squared the ball right at the smack area in the correct side. No Bournemouth player was there. If a Bournemouth player gets into that position, it's a goal already.
If like a Solanke or something.
Yeah, bro. But the thing is that everybody went to the near post. And
when you play a big team, you got to take it, bro. You got to take a chance.
And I think this was the difference between like a good team and like a mediocre team. In the sense where like if it's a good team, right, the players will know exactly where to go. But if it was a mediocre team, right, they all went to the same spot.
Okay, but the defense were, apart from that, Liverpool's defense quite sound, I feel.
No, Liverpool's defense was okay. But I do think that also at the end of the day, right, like Bournemouth's decision making in the second half cost them a bit more. Because
when you don't take a chance like that, it's gone.
Correct. So like they didn't take a chance in the first half. I think they had some form of control or some form of like opportunities to be able to get something out of this game against Liverpool. But the moment the Nunes goal went in, bro, you know it's happening. But I'll admit, that was a very nice goal.
The layoff by Jota, right?
Correct. The layoff by Jota, right? But bro, that how to say like
the placement finesse.
The placement finesse, right? But bro, Konate just anyhow kicked the ball. Like he just
maybe like what we saw last year, when you know it's like any like lucky kind of situation, right? Then you know it's that team's season.
Correct. But the thing is that like this one, right, is Konate, you can tell he just cleared the ball. It just happened that it landed straight at Curtis Jones' head. Then he just take the ball, pass to Jota, pass to Nunes, finesse, bottom corner, goal. Nice goal. The Jota goal, the second one, scrappy, bro. Like you say, handball already. Nothing.
It's like a very interruptive kind of play, Like the ball gets stopped there, then they don't know whether to continue. Then Gakpo just straight away play on that kind,
Correct. It's more player awareness because I think it's like, so is this a foul? It's not a foul. Nobody knows what's going on. Then just Gakpo just take the ball. Then it just moves on quickly.
Yeah, but it was a good shot though.
No, it was a nice shot. Nothing, but just that it's very scrappy. It's like, like that also can score. That reaction. But bro, the worst one of the night. Diogo Jota's second goal.
He miskicked, then he slide kick the ball. Right?
He miskicked the ball, like totally miskick it. Like you see your friends, right? Like they try to volley the ball and they just totally cannot volley the ball.
Yeah, like it just so happened that the ball bounced for him again. Right?
The ball bounced for him again, right? Then he like, okay, I got a second chance, then you shoot the ball and go. Then I'm like, huh? But that was again.
Like, as in when he shot the ball, he fell, right?
Correct. Then it was like, oh, okay, then like also can score. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then like that, of course, definitely you think like 3-0 goal seal already, everything okay, right? But Darwin Nunes, the fourth goal, what a cross by Joe Gomez, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. Plus, Nunes tall enough to receive all these kind of balls,
Yeah, I agree.
I think that is creating a dangerous chance, and I think they did it well,
Yeah, I agree. Because like at the end of the day, right, he did well. He was able to get into a position where he can just put his foot out and stretch.
Yeah, and then he did a sitting motion.
Sitting motion. He just had to get it on target because it's just a thing where you just need to cushion it to just let the ball go past the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's gonna get stranded anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, what do you think overall about this game?
So Bournemouth, I feel that they did deserve to win, Liverpool, but because Bournemouth didn't really create that many chances,
Yep.
So like even if we take away those two scrappy goals, I think that they will still have won because of the Nunes first goal. Liverpool were quite defensively sound. Yeah. That's why you see hence another clean sheet for like Van Dijk and Konate and Alisson.
They had luck on their side today because some of the goals were very scrappy, like really just very scrappy. Like
but it's one of those games that it's like your day is your day, But like I said, even if you take away the scrappy goal, it will just be 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Liverpool played better than Bournemouth, right? It's just that Bournemouth gave up a fight. They just didn't take their chances when they needed to. Yeah, I think that's my opinion.
There was this the guy, he tried to chip Alisson, right, on the left leg. Yeah, he should have just shot it. I felt. Now maybe like if it was Solanke, then maybe different.
Decision making, bro. Decision making at the end of the day, right? So yes, Bournemouth beat Liverpool 4-0. I think the whole game for Bournemouth was cemented up in one play to me. I don't know whether you agree or not. Right? Remember there was in the second half, right? Cliver had a chance. He took the ball, right? His teammate was wide open on the right side.
That's what
Then he decided to shoot. That's when you know it's like decision making is the one that plays a part in this type of scenario. Like. Because if you had passed it over, right, I would say that it's not guaranteed there's going to be a goal, but the opportunity was a lot better because it's a clear shot on target. Lah. So yeah, bro, anything else you want to add before we move on about this game?
Not really. I think it was a relatively straightforward game for Liverpool.
Yep.
And then
nothing out of the ordinary for them also, right?
Only I see they can still perform without Salah.
Yep. Yeah, but of course having Salah there is always good.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So So what happens is that Liverpool do defeat Bournemouth 4-0 and they have officially got a 5-point gap over Manchester City at the moment. Now, Manchester City, of course, definitely they do have a game in hand, so they could close up their gap back to about
2 points.
2 points. 2 points if they win their game in hand. So moving on to this week's match of the week. Yes, we are talking about the Futbol Kaki match of the week, which of course is Liverpool versus Chelsea. We've talked about Liverpool. Liverpool are in form currently at the moment. They've won 3 of the last 5. But surprisingly, when we're talking about their opponent Chelsea have actually won 4 of their last 5, which is a surprise to me. They've beaten Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, Luton Town, and Fulham. They have lost to Wolves. But knowing Chelsea has always done well against bigger teams. They beat Spurs 4-1, which I thought that game was mired in controversy. They drew Arsenal 2-2. They drew Liverpool previously 1-1, right? And then, of course, they had that game of that 4-4 against Manchester City. It was the Cole Palmer penalty, right?
Yep.
The Cole Palmer penalty, yeah. So it was 4-4. So now, right, bro, question, right? We've talked about Liverpool. I think they're pretty much standardized, right? But having Salah may not have an effect. We'll talk about that. But do Chelsea have a chance in this game?
I don't know, bro. I don't think so because it's at Anfield. And I think there's more for Liverpool to lose if they lose. So I think Liverpool will still win. But I hope Chelsea can give them a fight, I think. But that depends on whether Salah is back. Because now he's currently injured at AFCON. But he's doing his rehab at Liverpool.
Yeah.
He has about 9 days to recover. So I don't think he might play. I will not know that. Okay, let's just take it as a worst case scenario that he doesn't play.
Correct.
Yeah, so Liverpool is still more than capable to beat this Chelsea team, I feel.
Correct. Okay, so just to be fair to everybody, right? We are doing match of the week for the EPL. We're not really doing the FA Cup.
We're doing this for EPL in 9 days time.
Yeah, correct. We're doing this more for EPL. Right? For FA Cup, right, there are a few games that you can look forward to, which is of course Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Tottenham and City. But I would say that this one is a bit more at stake because it is EPL.
Yep, and so far we have just been doing
predominantly EPL. So we're doing at Liverpool versus Arsenal, right? I think Tottenham and City and Chelsea versus Aston Villa in the FA Cup, right? FA Cup at this point is just more or less like, okay, do I win, do I lose? What do I gain from it? I don't think there's much at stake. I would say that with the EPL, right, even though it's on the 31st, it is a scenario whereby you have to look at what is going to happen. Because if Liverpool lose and City win, right, Liverpool lose the top of the table.
Yep.
They don't have control over the top of the table. But of course, for everybody, right, Man City's 115 charges are actually looming in the background, right? But let's talk about this, bro. So do Chelsea actually have a chance or not?
Liverpool 60-40? Yeah, that kind.
Okay.
I would say it's a 50-50 50-50 is like maybe Liverpool, Arsenal, you know?
Yeah.
You don't know who got chance to win or who plays well better. I do feel that it's like largely because it's like at Anfield and Liverpool is like, you know, second half of the season, they're still at the top of the table. They need to push on, you know?
Yep, I agree. And
from being non-favourites to now suddenly becoming the favourites.
Who, Liverpool?
Yeah. At the start of the season, nobody expected them to win, remember? Or nobody expected them to be top of the table.
It's because City surprisingly have had a very bad season, right? And Arsenal have crumbled. So
Arsenal that regressed from last year, right?
They regressed from last year is one thing. But also, in terms of consistency, Liverpool have been consistent, right? Because they've been doing the very the type of thing where very under the radar type of performances.
Yeah, 14 match unbeaten.
Yeah, bro, it's insane.
It's insane, yeah.
And it's at Anfield, right? And Van Dijk has only lost 1 game at Anfield.
And do you remember the first 2-3 games where everybody was just laughing at them?
Yeah.
They're just gonna play McAllister and what's his name? Harvey Elliott at center mid and Szoboszlai, right?
Then it's like what midfield is this? Then in the end it's like Jonah Henderson going to Ajax after leaving for Saudi Arabia, right?
Then they bought Szoboszlai, right? Yeah.
They do all that, right? Szoboszlai is probably one of the better midfielders in the EPL right now. McAllister's been doing
now
well.
they are playing Trent at inverted wingback.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
The Trent is playing well. Curtis Jones is getting better. Gakpo
Harvey
is
Elliott is getting more like regular playing time also.
yeah. Gakpo is actually playing well in midfield. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this Gakpo, right, before like this recent performance, right, they were saying like, oh, maybe he was like the second choice for everybody, like Jota, striker, you play Nunes, left right wing you play Salah. Then if you like, you don't know whether to play this Gakpo or not.
Yep.
But surprisingly, he's doing well, lah. He's doing well when he's getting called upon.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like his reaction timing, his quick thinking is very smart. Like in the Bournemouth game, right, the goals that he created is all quick thinking one.
And how about this Gravenberch got played?
Gravenberch got played, but he came out off the bench.
Yeah, yeah. So
bro, he beat out Ryan. The fact that you're beating out Ryan Gravenberch, you're beating out Gravenberch.
When his main position is a midfielder. Right?
Yes, correct. And Cody Gakpo is not a midfielder. Cody Gakpo is originally a striker.
Yeah, but I do feel that they are stronger than Chelsea at the moment.
But yeah, bro. So,
when your main man is out, the rest of them have to step up. But we always all this while we didn't really have an issue with Liverpool scoring.
No problem. And the thing is, even if Liverpool don't score right, their defense is still good. Like I mean, Konate and Van Dijk is a centre back pairing I never thought I would see. They'll be that good.
Yeah, I see. Like this Konate also has improved lah. Like from the past 2 seasons, I think he's been improving quite well.
Yep. Definitely. All right, bro. So, Salah not around. You think he'll have an impact this one, or you'll just be all right for the time being?
I don't think so. Maybe lah, but I won't, because Salah always scores against Chelsea. Bro.
That is true. That is very true. So I mean,
I think
Chelsea, guys.
Yeah. Liverpool will still win.
Yes. All right. So, bro, you ready for match predictions?
All right, man.
All right. So now, this part is the segment where we call the Futbol Kaki Match of the Week match predictions. Yes. So last week, of course, the game and the match of the week was, of course, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Paul predicted a 3-0 win. I predicted a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace. But because Crystal Palace didn't score,
and they scored more. They did score at least 3.
And they did score at least 3. And Arsenal kept a clean sheet. Paul wins by proxy. So therefore, definitely at the end of the day, it is 5-5 at the moment. We are tied once again. He comes back. It is 5-5. It's 5-5, right?
5-5.
5-5. It's 5-5 right now, right, bro? So, based on this, right, and what we have spoken about, what is your prediction for this game?
Bro, I think Liverpool is going to win like 2-0, brother.
2-0.
Yes.
Alright, so you are predicting a Liverpool win of 2-0.
I don't know whether this Nicholas Jackson will score.
Big team against big game always score, right?
Raheem Sterling. Huh?
Raheem Sterling. Hey, did you see the Raheem Sterling video?
What's the Raheem Sterling video?
The one where the guy commentated and predicted exactly what Raheem Sterling would do. He was like, pass it to Reece.
Oh yeah, I saw. Here, pass it.
Pass the ball. pass it to him. Pass it to him. Confronting. Don't dive. Bro, that video just summed up why Man City doesn't want him.
Bro, Man City scammed Chelsea of what? 40 million, I think?
For that type of thing, bro. Like, I remember, do you see the one, I think recently, where he was through on goal, right? Cole Palmer was wide open, eh?
Yeah, but it's like...
He go and shoot.
Sterling is Sterling, you know?
Yeah, Sterling is Sterling. Think he can score, but totally cannot score. So, yes, alright. For me, I am going to predict a Liverpool win also.
Oh, draw.
I think it'll be 2-1. I'm just taking this into consideration and the fact, right, that the previous time that they played was 1-1.
Yeah.
And the fact that Liverpool...
But the previous time they played, right, was the horrendous midfield that Liverpool had. And Van Dijk was sent off. I think. Yeah.
Okay. But I will say this, like, that is one thing. The other thing also is because, right, somehow Chelsea have always showed up against big teams. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. But that's... I do feel they show up at Stamford Bridge.
Yes. But when they play away, it's not really much of the same, right? So, but I do think that they have the capability to nick at least one. All right. So, the predictions is, of course, Paul will predicting a 2-0 win. For Liverpool, I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Liverpool. So, bro, before we conclude, do you have anything you want to add?
Yes, I want to ask you a very important question as a Man U fan, right?
Yes.
Okay, we are so potentially we are looking at either a Liverpool, Man City, or Arsenal EPL winner.
Yep.
Which would you rather? Because let me lay out to you. If Liverpool means they will have won the 20th EPL title.
That's the first.
City, they will have won 4 times in a row that no English club has ever did before.
Yes.
Not even us.
Yes, we only won 3 in a row.
If Arsenal wins, they have won the first title in 20 years.
Okay.
I would say Man City.
I would say Man City because Man City has 115 charges pending.
Yes. So
and then probably
and then let it get stripped.
Yeah, then let it get stripped. Then that one will happen in the end, right? I don't want Liverpool to get 20.
Yeah,
that for me, right?
Live with that.
You win 4 in a row, fine. I can live with
whatever.
That.
Right, yeah.
I don't care. Whatever. Arsenal first win in 20, I'm okay. I cannot live with Liverpool getting 20.
Arsenal in 20 years, so you cannot.
Arsenal in 20, I don't care, bro.
I mean, like they have been there for 2 decades. They haven't.
Don't care what, bro. Ours is what? Ours is 11 years.
Damn.
So what? That doesn't make any difference. Ours is 11 years.
But the Liverpool 20 you cannot.
The Arsenal 20 years I don't care. The Liverpool 20 is the one that I cannot take. I cannot accept.
Right? It's like our only last trophy, last achievement we can hold on to, right?
Correct.
Because the treble has gone. Being the only English club to win treble is gone.
Yes. The only club to win 3, the only other club to win 3 in a row is gone already.
And now we only have the 20.
We only have the 20. If the 21 is gone, right, then that is a shame. But the thing is that the 20 you can still hopefully win a title in the future, but then there's nothing wrong. But bro, there's something very funny, right? I was what? There's this K-pop group called TVXQ, right? One of the singers is a Man United fan. He ranted on Instagram about the Bournemouth 3-0 victory, right? So they asked him this scenario. He said that would you rather right, your group, right, sell out Wembley or Manchester United winning the Champions League? Then his response was very funny. He said, I would rather sell out Wembley, right, because Manchester United cannot win the Champions League. It's true, yeah.
It's very funny. Okay,
it's very funny.
You want to know another fun fact?
What?
Because tonight is Monday. Today is Monday, right?
Yeah.
If Cameroon lose tomorrow, Onana is back. No, let me rephrase that. If Cameroon fail to win, he's back.
No.
Fail to win. Not even win. Not even lose. No, fail to win.
What's the point of him going to AFCON?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. And he went there late, right? Remember?
He went there late.
Only to get embarrassed.
Andre Onana, what to do? All right. So nothing more to add, right, bro?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. Alright, so that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. Now, for those of you who are listening in to the Futbol Kaki and, of course, the Chit Chatter Podcast Network, we hope that you continue to like us and support our shows, which, of course, include the Kopi Bros every Monday involving Paul, me, Brandon, and Tin Yong. I think this week's one was more in a tribute to Coldplay coming to Singapore, right? Was the great debate about the greatest Coldplay songs.
Yeah.
Coldplay songs, right? I will not spoil everything for them, right?
Just
but to me, my favorite Coldplay song is Charlie Brown. So I would just say that is my favorite. That is my song.
Favorite also, but I don't. Yeah, let's you
want to see what happens? Go and watch that episode, right? And then of course participate in our tournament on Instagram for the greatest Coldplay song at the moment. Then of course, if you do like game shows, we do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday involving both the Kopi Bros and the Futbol Kaki coming together to draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. Last week was, of course, the frontman, best frontman episode, or the lead singer draft, what we call it, right? Bro, you got third by a landslide. But yeah, I don't know lah. Do you feel?
I'm not a musical person, brother.
You're not lah. Compared to me, compared to me, you that, right?
Yeah, you and me that are about musicians.
It's different lah. But I mean, like you love music also, but just that is, I think for me and me that we look at it in a very different perspective. That's why I think you were at a bit of a disadvantage, I would say.
Yes, and I don't know why I was invited on that draft.
because the how to say?
No, I remember that wasn't supposed to be the topic, right? Or something like that. It was supposed to be another.
No, it was supposed to be a topic. The other draft that we're doing this week was not supposed to be. It was supposed to be something else.
There was a change in.
Yes. So this week, look out for the episode this coming week. I'm not gonna break the news to you or anybody. Just tune in this Friday for the episode. We do come out on every Wednesday for the Futbol Kaki, right? Yeah. So to close off this particular episode, we just want to say thank you for your support. We hope that you continue to like and subscribe if you have not, and if you have, we pray not pray. We hope that you go and share.
We
hope that you get your friends and family to like and subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on Instagram and of course TikTok. So yes, from everybody here at the Futbol Kaki and the Chit Chatter Podcast Network, we just want to say thank you. Have a great week ahead, and bye bye.